$1 trillion. And it's one of the poorest countries.
And it's one of the poorest countries. It's actually supposed to be one of the richest countries in the world.
I can't wrap my head around it. And it brings, you know, one of the things that President Akufo-Addo, still president, said many years ago about how we sit on money, but we are still hungry. And it's a story not just for Ghana, it's a story for other parts of Africa as well, because we have all these resources. And so we need to ask ourselves some deep questions about how we can have so much and still have so little at the same time. It's a dilemma. I can't wrap my head around it.
But it also brings the argument, I mean, lawyer, that it's not really the resources that develop the people, it's the human being. Not the natural resources that develop the people, but actually it's the human being, the human resource that develops the people. That's that argument. And they cite Dubai as an example and other Arab countries as an example. They are not so much as rich as some African countries, like the Democratic Republic of Congo, yet they've been able to transform themselves very well based on the kind of leadership that has been reflected in those countries.
Malaysia and China have shown us the way that sometimes unconventional means can also get you the desired results, because you don't always have to necessarily follow respect for the dignity of the human being, and just giving everyone the opportunity to prove themselves that we are capable. Kwame Nkrumah said that we can, but have we?
We are making some efforts.
Yeah, we're making some efforts. I mean, I remember former, the now president-elect during one of his engagements when he was the president within 2015-2016, they said that Africa needs to be allowed to make their own mistakes when it comes to democracy, because other parts of the world have been allowed to make their mistakes, and today
they made worse mistakes.
They even made worse mistakes, and today they are well-defined democracies. I mean, like the US, that is the oldest democracy. That's a beautiful picture there, a beautiful scene there. The vice president, that's Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
And his wife.
The outgoing vice president and his wife.
Mrs. Samira Bawumia. We are seeing the exchange of pleasantries with the Konedo Agyeman Rawlings, with her son, Kimathi Rawlings, behind her. And we are seeing these exchanges. I'm sure that for her, it brings back lots of nostalgia.
Lots of memories.
For the time that her husband took that oath in 1993 and again in 1997.
Yeah, 97.
Yeah.
On the field.
Yeah.
And then at a certain time, now he becomes an observer. You can't say the feeling is the same. You will miss a lot of things because the previous ones, you see that the whole West's attention was on you. Now the attention has shifted and you come here only as a passive participant, not an active recipient.
That's a beautiful aerial shot there. So what you're seeing now, you're seeing the arch there. And right behind the arch is the ocean. And it's a beautiful...
the Gulf of Guinea. It's a beautiful sunny day in Accra.
You can also see that we have not really developed the beach well. Because some other part of the world, you see very monumental...
But do we want to see... Because we know what, you know, beachfronts have brought us recently. We want to see the beach area behind the Independence Arch change. I personally want it to just remain like this. Like, don't touch it.
I'm talking about it's not there. You understand?
The grass I want, but I don't want any buildings there. They should just leave that place. Leave that place.
All right, listeners and viewers, this is our coverage of the inauguration of the president-elect, His Excellency John Dramani. It's been a very decisive comeback. But yeah, let me expect it.
The victory recorded.
Yes, best. Yes.
No, it was something that was not expected. He himself knew he was going to win,
but not with this kind.
Yes, not that margin. And in fact, all the posters knew there was going to be a change, but they didn't know it was going to be sweeping. Because 92, the opposition did not put in any much. effort. And then the 92, the playing ground, as we all know, certain head of state decides to contest. There is no way an election will surprise him. Never. Nowhere in the world.
I focus the memory of the first vice president to take the oath of president after winning the election, His Excellency, our late president, John Evans Atta Mills. All
right. Now, just to briefly take you through the process that actually led us to this significant day and what's happening now. We went into an election on December 7, 2024, to elect leaders, members of parliament, and then a president. That was after a very interesting campaign put together by political parties in this country. Of them actually dominating. There we have it. We have a former president, John Ejekun-Kufuor. Next to him is the vice president, who very present is Dr. Nana Rawlings, also there. So back to the entire process that led us to this particular occasion. And after the election on December 7, on the 9th, the Electoral Commission announced the winner, which is then the opposition process so far, and the team put together. You know, there were some issues here and there concerning contracts, like these contracts being signed, employment here and there, and some announcements given that if care is not taken, some of these things will be withdrawn or even put on hold and all that. I mean, what do you make of the transition process? Both teams, first of all, from the president-elect's team that was put together, and then the outgoing president, His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo's team that was also put together.
If you check from the list submitted by the incoming president, you will see that it's made up of, or let's say, a few. You know, Akufo-Addo came to rule with much is pumping resources to Ukraine, much against what Trump
would have
So it happens everywhere.
Everywhere, because there is a proverb that even if it's left with 1 second for the sheep to die, you can't call it a dead sheep. So the president is telling you that until an hour from now, he can do whatever he wants to do as a
President-elect John Dramani Mahama and his running mate, how it all unfolds.
Our Vice President-elect, Her Excellency Professor, our Vice President-elect, Her Excellency Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman. Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman. Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman was the Chancellor of the Women's University. Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman was the Chancellor of the Women's University in Africa from 2018 to 2014. She was the first woman to hold the position of Vice Chancellor in Ghana. We have over 19 heads of state present, 3 prime ministers, 5 vice presidents, 5 former presidents, and several heads of and in the world.
In fact, there are also a lot of former heads of state of Africa, Mr. Goodluck Jonathan, and a lot more others will be acknowledging as we go along.
So this attests to Ghana's soft power influence in the sub-region, and just to continue with the profile of Ghana's first elected Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Her Excellency Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman of the Africa Board. She was also the Minister for Education from 2013 to 2017. She was also the head of the department and a Master of Arts and PhD in Literature from New York University of Toronto and Canada. Madam Vice President is the recipient of national and international awards, notably Officer of the Order of the President Ceremonial ADC, the Chief of the Army Staff, Lieutenant General, the recipient of national and international awards, notably Officer of the Order of the President Ceremonial ADC, the Chief of the Army Staff, Lieutenant General Besma Kwesi Onwana, the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Issa Adam Besma Kwesi Onwana, the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Issa Adam Yaku, Director General of Police, Dr. George Akufu-Dampari, who is also the President Ceremonial ADC, the Director General of Prisons, Mr. Isaac Kofi Ejiri, the Commissioner General of the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Brigadier General Zibrim Ayorogo. On our screen now is the...
So the presidential candidate is also...
People in attendance this morning. So security personnel are deployed at various locations to ensure the total safety and security of attendees. This morning we will see personnel from the Ghana Navy who will mount a full guard of honor for the Ghana Navy. The 21-gun salute is the highest. The 21-gun salute is the highest. The salute holds high-ranking, honest high-ranking officials such as military leaders or heads of government. Later in the evening, we shall see fireworks display. We shall also see a full guard of honor, or should I say full guard of honor was mounted by the Ghana Air Force for the various visiting heads of state at the Kotoka International Airport. The Ghana National Ambulance Service is also here providing medical coverage. We also have the Ghana Police Band providing music for all these ceremony activities today.
I must add that we have the Ghana National Fire Service on standby for any fire incident.
Dear viewers, you are watching GTV, the station of the nation, and we are bringing you the live coverage from the Black Star Square, also known as the Independence Square. Ghana's first president, Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, commissioned the square in 1961. Soon we shall see the arrival of Heba and take their seats. We shall also see the Right Honorable Speaker's procession who will enter the chamber.
Shots now are some of our guests of honor arriving.
Coverage of the inauguration of the president-elect. Dear viewers, following the formal dissolution of Parliament at midnight on 6th January, we have the following appointments for the 9th Parliament. Once again on our screen are the heads of the various security agencies, the service commanders, and the heads of the various security services from the police as well.
Seems the security services are well represented here. It's indeed a joy also. They cherish what is going to take place today.
Dear viewers, just to add, in their colorful traditional Ghanaian regalia, some in party colors, and this is us as Ghanaians celebrating oneness and togetherness. We have had peaceful elections, and this morning we shall witness a peaceful transition of power. appointments for the 9th Parliament, who have the Right Honourable Alban Kingsford Sumana Bagwin. We'll read his profile in the course of the program. The First Deputy Speaker. The second Deputy Speaker is the Member of Parliament for Fomena, Honourable Andrew Amwako Esiama. For the majority side, we have the Majority Leader for the 9th Parliament, who is the MP for Ajamako Enyan Esiam, Dr. Kesiel Atoforsen. The Deputy Majority Leader, who is the Member of Parliament for Elembele, Honourable Emmanuel Ama Kofibua. The Majority Chief Whip is the MP for Adaklu, Honourable Govins Kwame Agboja. The Deputy Majority Chief Whip is the MP for Banda, Honourable Ahmed Ibrahim. For the minority side, we have Makin, the Deputy Minority Leader, who is the Member of Parliament for Asokwa, Honourable Patricia Apieje. The Minority Chief Whip, Honourable Frank Ano Dompre, who is the Member of Parliament for Isawam Adoajiri. The First Deputy Minority Whip is Honourable Habib Idrisu, who is the MP for Tolon. And the second Deputy Minority Whip is Honourable Jerry Ahmed Shaib, who is the Member of Parliament for Weja Bawi.
Now let me run you through the program as it is. We are expecting Her Ladyship, the Chief Justice and Justice of the Superior Courts, to enter the chamber meaning here at the Blaster Square, and then followed by the Speaker's procession, and the Speaker will take his chair, then he will call the House to order. The majority and minority leaders, at the invitation of the Right Honourable Speaker, will join the procession to receive His Excellency the President-elect and Her Excellency the Vice President-elect. The Vice President-elect will then be conducted into the chamber by the Right Honourable Speaker. The Right Honourable Speaker will then invite Her Ladyship, the Chief Justice,
Dramani Mahama, and the Vice President-elect, Professor Nana Jane Opoku Adjei. We are seeing more arrivals of our dignitaries. We just saw the arrival of His Excellency, the outgoing President. So on our screen now is the outgoing President, His Excellency Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo, and his lovely spouse, Madam Rebecca Akufo-Addo.
You are live on GTV, the station. Video commentaries on all the regional FM stations.
So we still have more arrivals.
Distinguished guests, we also have in our midst.
Witness the arrival of the Right Honourable
can see viewers at home. The Blaster Square here.
Distinguished guests,
jam-packed.
ladies and gentlemen.
historical event. And I call it a historical event, and has been re-elected to serve just one term. We also have arriving is the Chief Imam, Sheikh Osman Sharabutu, one of the spiritual pillars of our country, especially when it comes to Islam.
Distinguished viewers, if you are just tuning in, you're watching the inauguration of President John Dramani Mahama. And permit me to add that in the course of the program, we shall see the President's official ADC in the person of Lieutenant Colonel Abdul Wahab Issa. Let me also use this opportunity to dispel the misconception of who an ADC is. The ADC is not a bodyguard. The role of an ADC is very prestigious and demands exceptional discipline, discretion, organizational skills, and loyalty, as he is directly responsible for facilitating the President's effectiveness in office. The President's ADC has a unique role in ensuring the smooth execution of the President's daily activities. These include accompanying the President during official engagements and ceremonies. He also acts as the President's primary personal assistant, managing schedules and ensuring the President's time is optimized. Also coordinates transportation, accommodation, and other logistical needs for the President's travel. He also manages and relays instructions from the President to the relevant stakeholders, all teams. He also ensures adherence to official protocol. During events, both domestically and internationally. He is also responsible for supervising ceremonial arrangements and ensuring they are aligned with the dignity of the office. He can also offer counsel on matters related to military or security issues, given his military background. So the ADC has a lot to do. He is someone who is prestigious with exceptional discipline, discretion, and organizational skills. And today, for the very first time, we shall see our President-elect and his official ADC.
Now, does that mean that the Vice President will also have
an ADC, and the Vice President's ADC is from the Ghana Police Service. As mentioned, these senior officers are carefully selected. They are selected based on a number of qualities. And as I mentioned, the person should be someone with great organizational skills, who is loyal, who is disciplined, who has discretion, because they are responsible for accompanying the President during his official engagements and ceremonies. They primarily act as the personal assistants, managing schedules and ensuring the President's time is optimized.
Now, on the program, I have seen
the Ghana Navy will mount a full guard of honor for the inauguration here at the Independence Square. Ceremonies, the salute honors high-ranking officials such as military leaders and heads of government. It is also performed during funerals for
seen the top hierarchy of the National Democratic Congress. At least I have seen Mr. Fifi waiting.
Now, Akufo-Addo and his wife, Her Excellency Rebecca.
And as I was saying before, I've seen the top hierarchy of the National Democratic Congress. At least I've seen Mr. Fikwete, I've seen Professor Joshua Alabi.
Your Excellencies, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen.
Currently,
our very special guest of honor is the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Ahmed Bola Tinubu.
That is that's Senegal.
We also have the Director of National Investigations, Beru, Nana Atobra Kweku, the Chief Officer, Mr. Julius Kumwo, and the Controller General of the Ghana Immigration Service, Mr. Kwame Isua. For the security agencies, we have in attendance the Military High Command of the Ghana Armed Forces. That is the Chief of the Defense Staff, General Thomas Opompepra, who is the President's Ceremonial ADC, the Chief of the Army Staff, Lieutenant General Bismarck Kwe Omona, the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Isa Yakubu,
of the judges of the Superior Court of Ghana joining in. He's the Chief Justice once.
Now on your screen are members or the judges of the Justice
Araba Isaba Saki Tokonu, leading the procession of the Justice of the Superior Court of Ghana.
And be with them as they administer their various oaths to all of us, Ghanaians.
Dear viewers, let me just on Monday, 12 June 2023, after Justice Georgina Theodora Wood, who served from 2007 to 2007 and the Judicial Service of Ghana, she took over Justice Enim Yeboah, who retired on 24th May 2023 as required by the law. As mentioned earlier, she was playing a very important role today to see to the successful transition of power.
We are still live from the Black Star Square here in Accra, and you're watching us on various networks across the country. This feed and as you can see, some members of the diplomatic corps. I can see a Catholic or a clergyman. I can see people, invited guests from the diplomatic community, all here at the Independence Square or the Black Star Square as it is.
We have over 19 heads of state gracing this occasion. We have 3 prime ministers, we have 5 former presidents, and we have 5 vice presidents. We have various heads of delegation from Africa and across the world, all here with us to celebrate this peaceful transition of power. This once again demonstrates Ghana's influence, Ghana's soft power influence across Africa and the world.
In fact, their presence here is a testimony to the success of our democratic experiment. Other countries in Africa never had it the way we have. There have been chaos, there have been fights, there have been protests across some countries in Africa. We thank God that our transition has been relatively peaceful. And this is not the first time, 2009, then we had another one. We're having another one of the Fourth Republic. Ghanaians, as our head of state or president, from the 7th January 1993 to 7th January 2001. He was
distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen,
of Ghana.
We also have in our midst head of state of Kenya, His Excellency William Ruto.
Took up the mantle from the 7th of January 2001 to the 7th of January 2009. Then Professor John Atta Mills also took up the mantle from the 7th of January 2009, and in fact, it was 3 years, 199 days. Then John Mahama took over and was our president. John Evans Atta Mills. And he was eventually voted into office and inaugurated on the 7th of January 2012. And he was in the seat till the 7th of January 2017. 4 years, 167 days. Then the mantle fell on Nana Addo Akufo-Addo from the 7th of January 2017 till yesterday, in actual fact, when he had to relinquish the seat through the due democratic process which Ghana has now been known for. Now we are awaiting 2025.
This is
all persons standing on the driveway from the entrance should kindly move from there. Thank you.
Never give up. We should always continue to fight and keep trying till we meet our goal. Distinguished viewers, our very special guest of honor is the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Ahmed Bola Tinubu. He is also the chairperson of the Economic Community of West African States, and he is gracing us with his presence today.
On your screens now are the members of the Supreme Court, the judges of the Supreme Court who are here present. Because whatever is being done here today has legal repercussions, their presence here is very, very, very important.
So we are seeing the arrival of more dignitaries.
I can see the Honorable Sam George, the Honorable Haruna Idrisu, Honorable Muntaka, and a host of their colleagues from the National Democratic.
Your Excellencies, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, arriving now is the Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Alban Sumana Kingsford Babin. Shall we please rise to welcome the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament?
And other security agencies who are also present. All is now set for the arrival of the Speaker of Parliament, the Right Honorable Alban Sumana Kingsford Babin. Very soon, the entire space
Distinguished
of this
guests,
year will be
Parliament for the swearing in of the president-elect.
converted to Parliament for the swearing in of the president and vice president-elect.
You know, yesterday I learned from the speaker that his name is, you know, and sometimes, you know, and sometimes we in the media mispronounce the names of people a lot. And I think we must up our game.
Please be seated.
Taking the advice or on how to mention names.
The Republic of Ghana, and they will be received by the Speaker of Parliament. The Republic of Ghana, and they will be received by the Speaker of Parliament.
You don't make me fall. It's just. You don't make me fall. It's just.
Indeed, we will all try to get the pronunciations of our names right, but we must also acknowledge that we all come from different backgrounds, different religion. As courtesy demands, it is something that we all must learn to pronounce names from the north, from the east, from the west, regardless. In
distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we also have in our midst the Crown Prince of Bahrain. So having our midst the Crown Prince of Bahrain,
the peaceful transition.
Salma bin Hamad Al
The
Khalifa.
atmosphere here is simply a peaceful transition.
Salma bin Hamad Al
The
Khalifa.
atmosphere here is simply a history of.
At the Blaster Square. Yes, I can see Honorable Kofi Totobi Kwachi, Honorable Seth Ekwe, DC, and they are here present to witness this historic, and they are here present to witness this historic.
As mentioned, we have various security agencies supporting the Ghana Police Service to provide security. Some of the duties include crowd and traffic control. There are so many people in attendance this morning, so security personnel are deployed at various locations to ensure the total safety and security of all attendees. This morning, personnel from the Ghana Navy will mount a full guard of honor for the inauguration here at the Independence Square. And in the course of the guard of honor, we shall hear the 21-gun salute. Any president, head of state, or senior military head. It is a gesture of respect and recognition for a sovereign nation and its leaders, such as the president, king, or queen. It is also performed during funerals for high-ranking officers, presidents, or other notable figures. On our screens now is the President John Ajekum Kufuor. The outgoing Vice President, His Excellency Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, and his lovely spouse, Madam Samira Bawumia.
I can also see on the screen the MP for Adan East, Doyo Gansa, and Kofi Adams. Is he the MP for Gwen? I should think so. You don't have. More arrivals on your screens, and you can see that the Blaster Square here is packed to capacity.
We also Dear viewers, we are seeing more arrivals of dignitaries.
I bet a lot of people here are just waiting for the arrival of the president-elect and the vice president-elect.
This seems to be the arrival of the head of state of Sierra Leone, His Excellency Julius Maada Bio.
So we have how many heads of state here? 19, I think.
19 heads of states, 5 former presidents, 3 prior, and the whole world.
I heard there's a U.S. delegation in town to witness this historic event.
Exactly. The United States President, His Excellency Joe Biden, has sent a high-powered delegation to witness this event as well. We can't count out the party supporters who are also here in
On your screen now is the minority leader, Mr. Afenyo Marking, Honorable Afenyo Marking. Valerie Sawyer is also there, and Dr. Kwabena I can see in the background behind them.
And we have the as mentioned, the audiences are from wide and vast, from Africa, from the world, within Ghana. It's just massive. The attendance is massive, and it's just wonderful. So we see an arrival from Equatorial Guinea. And from Equatorial Guinea, we have the arrival of the Vice President, His Excellency Teodoro Obiang Nguema Mbasugu from Equatorial Guinea, leading the delegation. Teodoro Obiang Nguema Mbasugu is leading a delegation to this August event.
As you can see, a very long view of the figures of dignity. Yes, there is the incoming Chief of Staff, Julius Debra, and the Chairman of the National Democratic Congress, Tesidu Ketia Fex, called General Mosquito.
Having previously occupied the high office of President between January 7th, 2013 and January 6th.
That is
born 66.
Rwandan President His
Dramani
Excellency
Mahama
Paul
and
Kagame.
Madam
then this is when I say historic, I really mean it. Because this is
in the now Savannah region of
you haven't seen
Ghana
this now.
of Parliament for Bole Bamboy constituency, Deputy Minister for Communications, Minister for Communications, Vice President of the Republic of the His Excellency Mahama considers the combination of history, health, ports and harbors, aviation, rail, oil and gas, ICT, and many more. His vision and strategic investment in these areas position the country as a lower middle income country for its next development phase.
Former Vice President Dr.
Beyond investment in socio-economic infrastructure, President Mahama is passionate about investing in people.
On your screens, you can also see the arrival.
John Mahama further demonstrated his commitment to women's empowerment by appointing several women to prominent roles in his administration. In 2020, Boku Ajimai, as his first presidential candidate, making it an avid reader, author, and historian. Over the course of his career, he has written for several newspapers and authored several publications. He has also published a memoir, his first book titled My First Coup d'Etat, and other true stories from the lost decades of Africa. President
So we have several parties stalwarts.
Yes, these are actually members of parliament of the NDC. Members of parliament of the NDC mostly are those you find on your screen. Parliament of the MPP on your screens, as more and more dignitaries arrive at the Blaster Square here to witness the
May I now call the House to order and invite the majority and the minority leaders to assist me receive Her Excellency the Vice President-elect of the Republic of Ghana.
Escorting, I believe, the Vice President-elect to the ground.
The crowd is sensation. Ghana having its first female vice president.
here is intense. Happiness, excitement, all in readiness for what we are about to witness.
And security is also in full force. We have various security personnel deployed to ensure the total safety and security of personnel. They are all playing critical roles to ensure that this event goes seamlessly, devoid of any major hitches. We have rich display of culture.
I believe that is...
And that is DSP Mary Agamba. She's in charge of the police mounted squadron.
Invited guests arriving now is the president-elect of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Shall we all wave our flags to welcome him? Dramani Mahama. He is accompanied by his spouse, soon-to-be First Lady, Her Excellency Lordina Dramani Mahama. Shall we all wave our flags to welcome him? Into the Chamber of Parliament here at the Black Star Square. The entourage of Parliament includes the clerks of Parliament and other senior officials of Parliament. As I mentioned earlier, we will soon enter the chamber of the chamber. Places on the square. Please, if you are not authorized to be on the square, kindly move back.
Honorable members, you may now resume your seats. Honorable members, I now have the singular honor of the Republic of Ghana to administer the oaths to the President-elect and the Vice President-elect. We will start with the Vice President-elect, who will take and subscribe to the oath of allegiance and the oath of the Vice President. Your Ladyship, the Chief Justice, you may now do so now.
Your Excellency, first the oath of allegiance. Kindly say after me. I,
Professor Nana Jane Oboko Ajiman,
do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance.
To the Republic of Ghana.
To the Republic of Ghana.
As by law established.
As by law established.
That I will uphold.
That I will uphold.
The sovereignty and integrity of Ghana.
The sovereignty and integrity of Ghana.
And that I will preserve.
And that I will preserve.
Protect.
Protect.
And defend.
And defend.
The Constitution.
The Constitution.
Of the Republic of Ghana.
Of the Republic.
oath of the Vice President. I,
Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajiman,
having been elected
to
the office of Vice President of the Republic of Ghana,
to the office of Vice President of the Republic of Ghana,
do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear
that I will be faithful.
That I will be faithful
and true
to
the Republic of Ghana.
To the Republic of Ghana.
That I will at all times.
That I will at all times
preserve,
protect,
and defend
the
Constitution of the Republic of Ghana.
The Constitution of the Republic of Ghana.
And I dedicate
myself
to the service
and
well-being
and to do right
to all manner of persons. I further solemnly swear
that
should I at any time break this oath of office, I shall submit myself to the laws of the Republic of Ghana, and suffer the penalty for it. So help me God. Congratulations, Madam Vice President.
Thank you.
Book. take and subscribe the presidential oath. To do so.
Your Excellency, kindly say after me. This is your name.
John Dramani Mahama.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
And allegiance. The sovereignty.
And integrity.
And integrity.
Of Ghana.
Of Ghana.
And that I will preserve.
And that I will preserve.
Protect.
Protect.
And defend.
And defend.
The Constitution. Excellency, now the presidential oath. I,
John Dramani Mahama,
having been elected
to
the high office of President of the Republic of Ghana, do in the name of
I'll be faithful
and true to the Republic of Ghana, that I will at all times preserve
the Constitution of Ghana
and to do of
to all manner of persons.
I further solemnly swear that should I at any time to the laws of the Republic of Ghana and suffer the penalty for it. So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President. Let me be the first.
We stand.
Culture and steady in its pursuit of progress. Today, we celebrate a momentous occasion in our nation's history as we welcome the newly elected president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. A true nation builder, committed to forging a brighter future for all Ghanaians. John Mahama embodies the pillars of leadership that our nation craves: trustworthiness, reliability, modesty, and above all, truthfulness. From the moment he stepped into the political arena, John Mahama has demonstrated an unwavering commitment to the people of Ghana. His approachable demeanor, paired with his genuine concern for the needs of the Ghanaian, has earned him their trust. A trust that is pivotal for any leader aiming to guide a nation through challenging times.
What I really like about JDM is his humility. The man is simply so down to earth, it's unbelievable. He's so humble, it's unbelievable. I really like that about him.
John Mahama Osronyame, Odonya. Osronyame, Openi Nipem. We are Palau, we are Penyu, we are Pepenu, we are Trivio, we are Bia, try to be out Fibia, John Mahama Tawasa. On Casse, we in a tree, we in a wheel.
Honorable members,
President Mahama is practical. He communicates his issues very, very well. And he understands the Ghanaian politics very well. He understands the Ghanaian people very well. And that is what I like about him.
The brand, John Dramani Mahama, is not just a name. It represents resilience, strength, progress, and empathy.
I believe John Dramani...
Your behalf, invite inaugural address.
The Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Members of Parliament, Her Excellency, the Vice President, President of the Federal Republic of Ghana, and special guest of honor for this occasion, Your Excellencies, Presidents, Heads of Government and Development Agencies, Your Excellency, gentlemen, my brothers and sisters, I wish you a good morning, and we give thanks to the Almighty God on this occasion. Our Father who art in heaven, we thank you for giving us this day, a day that offers me, your humble servant, a unique opportunity to work to reset our dear country, Ghana. 32 years ago, on January 7th, Ghana made its first and most successful democratic transition, a reset, with the swearing in of the newly democratically elected President, Jerry John Rawlings, of blessed memory. Our nation was returned to a multi-party democracy with a new constitution that went into effect, and the Fourth Republic was officially established. I refer to it as a reset because on that day in 1993, we made our fourth attempt at establishing a democratic system of government with term limits based on free, fair, and transparent elections. The handover of power on January 7, 2001, between former President Jerry John Rawlings and at the time the newly elected President John Agyekum Kufuor, tested that reset, and our nation passed with flying colors. So today, with my induction as the new President of the Republic of Ghana, every 4 years with each newly elected president. Today, we're also making a different kind of history, one that speaks to our maturity as a democracy, a nation of citizens enfranchised with the authority at the polls to determine their political future. Today's exercise between the outgoing President, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and I feels a bit like a deja vu. We shared this same space. I was the outgoing president, having served one term, and he was the incoming president, having been given a mandate by the people of Ghana, as I'm sure we are today, that it is the people of Ghana that we are elected to serve. Somehow, it seems fitting that it is with Nana Akufo-Addo that I twice shared this stage and this unique historical distinction, because Nana Akufo-Addo and I began our national political careers in Parliament in the same year, 1996. He has always greeted me with warmth, a firm handshake, and a smile. And he is perhaps the only person in my life who has persistently chosen to call me Johnny. While we belong to opposing political parties, we shared a sense of mutual respect. In those early days, we probably could not have imagined that destiny would bring us to the leadership of our office of the land. Nana, as this will be our final meeting under these circumstances, and as I look back on the journey we have traveled together, and you with the same bald head and round being a worthy opponent, I extend my warmest wishes to His Excellency the former Vice President, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. Sportsmanship in making track contest. I wish you all the best. The world in which Ghana exists today, as I begin this presidency, is not the same world in which we have nations. These tensions and conflicts place pressure on alliances to decide where we will support. there's a seismic shift happening within the system of global economic dominance. Whereas the G7 nations, United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, and Japan once provided the highest percentage of the world's GDP, over the last decade, that number has been steadily dropping. However, the combined total of the GDP of the BRIC nations, Brazil, Russia, India, increasing. In 2023, for instance, the G7's combined total of world GDP was 27%. In 2023, the BRICS percentage of world GDP was 37.3%. And so what does this mean to us in Ghana? What could it mean to our economy? Where do we fit in this geopolitical maelstrom? Technology such as artificial intelligence has taken us to new heights, opening up the potential for national, financial, and personal security issues that we are not yet able to imagine. One example is the use of misguided group sentiments towards ties with our neighbors to ensure that we're working together to keep our sub-region safe. We stand in solidarity and work borders. We also acknowledge they may be Ivorians, they may be Togolese, they may be Burkinabes, they may be Nigerians, or Malian, Nzemes, their houses, their Moshis, and Gourmets. Because we are all part of one another, one big family. With the increase of the climate crisis, and as the waters grow warmer, melting the Arctic ice and permafrost, there's a greater likelihood for viruses that have been frozen and thought to be extinct for decades, perhaps even centuries, to begin to spread and create another global pandemic. The changing climate conditions are enabling existing COVID and mpox have taken on the families and communities and medical infrastructure in several of our neighboring countries and in the entire world to a screeching halt. My government will be working diligently to strengthen our public health systems while monitoring the global health situation so that when, and not if, but when the next pandemic or epidemic occurs, the loss of lives in Ghana will be minimal. The larger world exists around us and to some extent within us. While we cannot and should never use it as an excuse to stray from the direct and immediate needs of Ghana for the well-being of our citizens, we must also bear in mind that the affairs of the world, if we care to shape, lessen, avoid, or even at the other end of things, maximize the effect they have on us. My brothers and sisters, barely a month ago, we held historic elections that have caused dramatic shifts in our political landscape. I feel greatly honored that you, my compatriots, considered me worthy of receiving such an unprecedented and overwhelming mandate to steer the affairs of our beloved nation at this critical time in our history. The magnitude of this victory in the presidential elections and the gains that were made by my party, the National Democratic Congress, in the parliamentary elections naturally and justifiably resulted in great joy and celebration across our country, Ghana. But celebrations, no matter how justified and how well earned, must be supplanted by discernment, sobriety, and deeper insights into why we received this kind of mandate in the first place. By voting as you did on December 7th, the Ghanaian people conveyed a powerful message, yet often overlooked by us politicians. This message was powerfully emphasized by a giant of American political history, President Ronald Reagan, when he declared at his inauguration some 40 years ago that governments have no power except that granted by the people. While Ghanaians take great pride in our thriving democracy, they are deeply dissatisfied with the quality of governance over the years and have openly voiced that dissatisfaction through the decisive actions that they undertake at the elections. Our people also understand that democracy is not just a token. They expect that if democracy is celebrated as a superior means of governance, then its outcomes must be more tangible and benefit them in their individual lives. Any honest introspection and reflection on the partaking in this democratic dividend, where people buffeted by severe economic crisis and hardships. And in the last few years, we have lurched from crisis to crisis. But there is hope on the horizon. Today should mark the beginning of a new opportunity. Set our dear nation, Ghana. To the millions of my fellow countrymen and women who joined long queues and waited in the sun for their turn honoring me, my firm, immutable assurance is that your vote will matter in the work that I'll encourage to bring change will not go in vain. Our nation was born in the past, but I urge you, my fellow countrymen, not to be sucked into a state of perpetual pessimism. For some time, our country has urgently needed leadership with an unwavering desire to get things done. With your cooperation and your help. As your next leader, I shall strive to exercise sound judgment and be able to make the right calls at the right time. I will have the humility and presence of mind to take responsibility timelessly to resolve the challenges that we face as a nation. Since the elections, I have read and heard the word hope used many times in relation to my presidency and what it should offer the citizens of Ghana. I intend to speak plainly and clearly to you today, and every time I address you subsequently, I intend to always tell you the truth. The circumstances we find ourselves in are indeed dire. The first is economic restriction restoration and stabilization of the macroeconomic environment is once again open for business. The third is governance and constitutional reforms. And the final, but not the least, is accountability and the fight against corruption. My brothers and sisters, actions in which I have enumerated 26 actions that I'll take within my first 120 days. There is reason for hope, and there is every reason for hope. But we must also have faith, because faith empowers us to trust the things that will happen. With faith, you believe what you know. And that is why we need faith to be able to achieve our reset. We need a reset with the faith we have in our country and our leadership. We need a reset with the faith we have in our institutions. That I mean in all of us, because all of us are Ghana. You are Ghana, and I am Ghana. All of you seated here today, Ghanaian citizens, you are Ghana. The people who you are with or near you as you watch this on television, in your homes, or listen on radio, or follow on social media, Ghana we all love, and the good people of our country who make up this dear nation. And I ask that you envision a Ghana that you want to live in, a Ghana that you want to leave behind to your children and your grandchildren. What can you do to help build that better Ghana that we all strive for? What behaviors, what attitudes and mindsets can we reset? We need a reset, and we have faith in Ghana's ability to overcome, excel, and be so successful with this reset that it will be difficult to imagine a time when that was not the case. I am honored and humbled to accept the mantle of the President of the Republic of Ghana. Today we celebrate a new administration and herald an unprecedented era of opportunity and transformation. With Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman by my side, we are poised to embark on a journey of progress and inclusivity, united in our vision for a more prosperous Ghana. This day is particularly special for us and for every Ghanaian who dreams of a society where barriers are shattered and ambitions are realized. With the inauguration, Nana Jane's ascension to the high office is not merely a personal triumph. It symbolizes our collective cherished and amplified of diverse voices to shape the future, voices that have the courage to soar beyond our traditional confines. My brothers and sisters, together as we look to the horizon, we reaffirm our dedication to breaking the glass ceiling that has long hindered many from reaching their full potential. Governance that reflects all segments of our population, strengthens our democracy, and enriches our conversation. We stand committed to enacting policies that empower women and ensure that the door of opportunity is opened wide. Organize our efforts to create a society where every Ghanaian can dream, believe, and achieve without any restraints. Remember, that great leadership is not defined merely by administration. Along with my Vice President, Nana Opoku-Agyeman, will prioritize inclusivity, accountability, and profoundly grateful for a generation that is brimming with potential and dreams that are waiting to be realized. This moment is a powerful affirmation that your voices matter, that your aspirations are valid, and that your future must be our priority. We're committed to translating your hopes into action and create to be tailored to sustain innovation needed will champion diversity in all facets of government. Ensuring that every Ghanaian, regardless of your ethnicity, story. Ghana's youth represent the heartbeat of our democracy. Their ambition will drive our policies as we strive to create an inclusive, equitable society where everyone has a seat at the table. Our vision hinges on the introduction and implementation of a 24-hour economy. A vibrant 24-hour Ghanaian economy which will also be anchored in agriculture and agribusiness, the energy and creativity of all our people. Just imagine a Ghana where our markets are alive and bustling at all hours, such that businesses can operate flexibly to meet the diverse demands that they are subjected to. And young can find opportunities regardless of traditional institutions. The 24-hour economy model will also bolster job creation for the young people, stimulate local industry, and attract foreign investments, and allow us to build resilient communities and a sustainable future. This vision extends beyond mere economic transactions. It symbolizes empowerment, the empowerment of every Ghanaian to contribute to our national progress. My fellow citizens, this culture of inclusion ensures that every citizen can enjoy the fruits of his hard work. To the business leaders and entrepreneurs, I invite you to support this new model and join me in shaping a business environment where creativity thrives and where the fruits of your investments contribute to the collective welfare of our nation. Your role in driving our economy forward cannot be overstated. Your innovation and dedication will be a look at the tax regime and rational business community are sure you. Let me thank you, your busy schedule behind and coming to join us at this ceremony. Your presence brings our sister countries who have traveled from near and far to be with us today. Your presence is a testament to the strong bonds of friendship and cooperation that exist at our borders. And I'll work collectively with you towards regional stability, economic growth, and mutual respect between our nations. And in our local parlance, I say Akwaba to all of you. To my family and fellow citizens, my wife Lodina, I thank you for your unwavering support and commitment to our shared vision of a new era of hope and era of job creation and era of accountability. My fellow citizens, this is a patriotic call to action for all of us to participate in building a nation that lives up to its promise, where hope thrives and dreams become a reality. Together, let us cultivate a brighter future for beloved Ghana, where unity, progress, and equality are not just ideals we aspire to, but are the very fabric of our nation. In closing, I invite you to partner with us on this journey. Together, we can create a brighter future for our beloved Ghana, where unity, progress, and equality are not simply goals we are aiming for, but are the cornerstone of our society. Let's work hand in hand to foster these values and strengthen our nation for everyone. My fellow citizens, our invited guests, I thank you very much. May God bless our homeland Ghana and make our nation great and strong. I thank you.
Yeah. Honorable members, on your behalf, to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, for his address. Your Excellency, the House is extremely grateful to you. Now, we have the presence of our special guest of honor in the distinguished personality of His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the President of the Republic of the Federal, I should say the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is my honor to now invite him to deliver his address. Your Excellency, you are welcome to do so now.
Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Ghana, Head of State and Government here present, Right Honorable Speaker and members of Parliament of Ghana, members of the diplomatic corps, eminent personalities here present, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is always good when a friend and brother can visit the home of a close neighbor to celebrate his success and progress with him. Today, we celebrate African democracy as Ghana and our beloved people mark the transition from one democratic government to another. This moment does not merely symbolize another milestone in the evolution of Ghanaians. We are capable of democratic and productive endeavors. It is time that our continent critics stop forgetting the strides that Ghana, Nigeria, and others have made. We need not prove ourselves to them. We have nothing to prove to anyone except ourselves. We will lift our nations out of poverty and build strong and resilient economies for the Republic of Nigeria, but also as an African in resolute support of Ghana and our people. An honor for Ghanaians, the entire continent, and its diaspora. The sun is out, and the sky may be blue, but I see today a black star rising high in African sky. This black star shines over this nation, and its rays spread across this continent with a sense of shared history, hope, to our common welfare. While others may seek to demean Africa and keep brothers pitted against brothers, that shining star reminds us of who we are Better yet, it reminds us of who we can be. That star reminds us always to strive and work together, bond together, even when we disagree. We must choose the path of peaceful dialogue. Never can we do harm to our brothers, nor can we permit any outsider to disrupt our bonds of brotherhood. The spirit of Ghana, the first Republic President, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, is here present today, lifting that star higher and higher. Just as Ghana draws inspiration and a well of strength from Kwame Nkrumah and many of his past leaders, Nigeria similarly draws inspiration from its founding fathers, who not only fought for our independence, but also cherished the close relationship between our two nations. May we always walk in the way and in the spirit of these enlightened leaders. Ghana is in harmony with that spirit, and President John Mahama inauguration today reflect that. Your new president is a man of patriotic vision and substance. He loves his nation and his people to the core. He believes that your nation has a of our two nations. I have no doubt that your administration will bring about positive change and progress. Your accession to the power should also mark a new and invigorating momentum in pursuing sub-regional and integration and progress. With laser focus, we can tackle our people's most pressing problem of poverty, youth unemployment, instability, insurgency, and many other problems hampering our desired progress. May Ghana's democracy continue to grow stronger. May progress and prosperity be your portion. Let us all look forward to a future filled with hope, opportunity, and progress. God bless Ghana and its beloved people. God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria and its beloved people. God bless ECOWAS. God bless our beloved Africa. I thank you for your kind attention. God bless you.
Honorable members, we are indeed inspired by the warm words of His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I now have the honor to, on your behalf, invite the visiting heads of state and former presidents to congratulate the President of the Republic of Ghana. I have a real tall list. It is my hope and prayer
Twice elected in my kingdom.
These are special. They are special people. We have to.
As highlighted by the President and our special guest of honor, His Excellency Ahmed Bola Tinubu of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Now, what else? What is the next on the agenda? Because
very soon we will witness.
Honorable members, I will now, on your behalf, call the names of our distinguished dignitaries, the heads of states and presidents from various countries, to come to congratulate His Excellency, the President of Ghana. And I will start with our special guest, the President, the Commander-in-Chief and the Head of State of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the person of His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to lead in this whole exercise. Your Excellency, you may proceed to do so now. Immediately after him will be His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Rwanda, His Excellency Paul Kagame. Then follows His Excellency the President of the Republic of Togo, His Excellency Faure Gnassingbé. After him comes His Excellency the President of Benin, the Republic of Benin, in the person of Patrice Talon. Bonne venue.
Merci beaucoup.